maybe a poor ending to the game was from your point of view. So with a 5 point lead, they got the last 7 scores of the game. Is that where we lost the match?
That's a fair summation of it, John. Yeah, that's it. I think we put ourselves in a good position, and we didn't manage to see it to fruition.
And it just came. They really got back into the game when the hailstorm came there. Would that had a big effect just on the team's stability?
No, I don't think it had any difference in it. Good for the goose, good for the gander. So no, I wouldn't be using that as any impact in the game.
Billy, a really early goal in this one as well from a Louth point of view. I'm sure you were disappointed that they got off to such a flying start, something that I suppose you've done in recent weeks.
Yeah, but anytime you can see the goal, you'll be disappointed. But look, we kind of responded. Didn't have that big an impact as our goals had, because we followed up with other goals and points. They didn't seem to add anything at that point in time. I think it was more the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes as well. The game hinged, and we left them the chance to kick 7 unanswered points. So that's really where the damage was done.
But you did go into the break obviously with the lead, Billy. What was kind of the message at half time coming out? You knew obviously the conditions were going to be tough throughout.
Yeah, I know. Look, I think we finished the first half. Last 15 minutes were really strong, and we played in them 15 minutes the way we had intended to play. I didn't think we played in the first 20 minutes of the game, and we just wanted to build in the last 15 minutes, and we had a plan for what we needed to do. And then look, I think the plan was going okay until 10 minutes to go. I mean, we just seemed to lose complete momentum for whatever reason. Their points were kicked, were a bit spaced out. They weren't all in one barrage, but we didn't seem to be able to stem the tide.
I think there was nearly a goal chance when Louth were starting to come back into it. There was a hand pass passed across. I think Josh Ryan was waiting inside in the middle. I don't know if you remember that, but it's small kind of fine margins like that. The ball was played in a bit too quickly and trailed out over, and Josh couldn't get on the end of it.
Yeah, that's it. Look, we got them in other games, and you didn't today. And it swings around the boats, I suppose. They'll all level out eventually at the end of the season. But I have no fault. We tried to do the right thing there. That's something we work on, and it's just probably the execution of the pass was probably the issue rather than the decision. So, but you start disencouraging lads and doing that, you're not going to score goals.
How much of a disruption was the late venue change and having it switched out here to UL?
10 minutes to go, there was no disruption, no excuse.
It's just there were times there when Louth were putting pressure on us, and we seemed to lose our way a bit coming out of the back. Is that a bit of a difficulty with you?
Yeah, we were ready for that. We'd seen Louth and we knew that was the case. And as I said, I wasn't overly comfortable in the first 20 minutes that we were doing what we'd worked on to do. I think we did it well the last 15 minutes and first 20 minutes of the second half maybe. I think we did that a small bit in the last 15 minutes. I think it was down to our decision making. The press was coming. We knew the press was coming, but I don't think we applied the plan initially, and so I think that was down to us as opposed to their pressure. Was there kind of a reluctance sometimes just to kind of break the line and move ahead, or particularly coming out of the back, and even towards the end once or twice when we were in possession near the end of it?
Some positives, Billy, like obviously the goal that when things did go well for you, actually executed very well.
Yeah, great goal by Huey, great catch by I think it was Josh in middle field. He got the pass, and Huey managed to hold off his defender and put it in the net. So yeah, it was a good finish. You knew you needed a goal to have any chance, and I think we scored 1-5 the second half. Was it 1-4, 1-5? We matched what they did in the first half.
1-4 in the second half.
We matched what they did. So look, I think we were in a really good position creating chances, and we didn't manage to see it out, and that's the narrative of the game.
Does it put extra pressure going to Auckland next week just the last of that?
Sure, anytime you lose, you're under a bit of pressure, but sure, look, it's fine. I mean, we don't get too excited. Others might have been getting excited. I certainly wasn't getting excited about where we are. There's very little between these games. Louth were very unlucky in the first 2 games. We would have seen that, so we would have spoken to the boys about that. So there's going to be swings and roundabouts again in this, and just because we win the first 2 games doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't mean we have 4 points, and we just got to keep working and keep going to the well and get as many points on the board as possible and see where that lands us at the end of the year.
Just when we get to the last 10 minutes of the first half and into the first 20-25 minutes of the second half, was that some of the best football you thought we played? We were turning around a match, having come from being in arrears up to then.
It was today anyway, because it took us from maybe 3 points down to 5 points ahead. So it was an 8 point swing, so I suppose that answers that question. So, but look, it just shows you games of 70 minutes, 75 minutes, or maybe a bit more, 78 minutes when you take this first half injury time. So we just didn't see it out, and it's disappointing for all of us. And we just dust ourselves down, shake ourselves up, and move on to Auckland next week.